Hey guys, James here again from Replica Reviews, and tonight you find us out on the range, well, tinkering really, and we've got a new bit of equipment that we've been testing for the last bit of, well, sort of the best part of a month now. So we thought we were in a good place now to do a review, and that is of the new laser rangefinder that NiteSite have released. Now this has been designed to replace or to add on to your existing NiteSite system. As you can see here, we're running the Wolf on the Virock that you can see behind us. And what it basically does is you've got a little recoil plate that's just on the top of the mount here. Take that off, put the new mount on, and this night vision system will bolt onto the side of your rifle. Now the reason this is kind of interesting and important, obviously during the day you've got your Hawk LRFs and other rangefinders and things, and that's all good and well when there's light, but as we all know, when that light starts going, the rangefinder starts struggling, and it just makes life really, really difficult. So to have a system here that's come out that's dedicated as a night vision rangefinder is quite a good thing, and something that I will be using in the future coming. Now, one of the main challenges people do face when they take up shooting in the night as such is when you're looking at things through the screen. Obviously you've got the screen on the back of the system here. Everything does look very 2D, and trying to find range and work out how far things are for some people can be really, really difficult. And I know when I started it was quite challenging. Obviously 35 yards is it, isn't it, and this, that, the other, it can get quite confusing. So this system here, as I say, it's designed to bolt onto the side, and once you've activated it, you've got it all calibrated and it's all pointing in the same direction. It constantly pulsates, so you're always getting a reading. You don't have to aim, click your button, wait for the system to come back to you and say, oh, it's 40 yards. It's constantly updating itself, so you don't have to be sat there thinking, oh, what's going on? It's there on the screen for you to see. And yeah, it's been an absolute revelation, and to be honest, we've been using it everywhere that I could possibly dream. We've got it up the range here tonight. Obviously we've got set distances to compare it to, so we can see how accurate it is. But also I've used it up the farm. We've had it out on pest control duties for myself at work, and yeah, it just seems to be, well, it's excelling really. It's one of those things. The only thing that I have found with this one is, unlike the Artec, which you can just see on the end there, which again we've reviewed, it does have its own little battery. Rather than using the actual power supply coming off the gun itself, but little thing like that. So let's move in, have a quick look at the systems, and yeah, let's go from there. Okay guys, so we've just quickly come outside. Obviously the hut's getting a little bit dark, but as you can see, the unit itself just bolts onto the side. Now it does add a little bit of bulk, but to be honest, you know, it's one of those things, it's not that bulky for the advantages that it gives. Obviously there's no real weight to it at all as well, so it does bolt onto the back. And I have to say, it does look really, really good. I'm quite happy with how it looks, at least. So what we'll do is we'll just move in, closer look, and show you the digital display, and then we'll give it a bit of range testing. Okay guys, so as you can see, this is what you'll be seeing for the business end as such. And the display is on the side. As you can see there, it constantly adjusts depending on where I'm pointing. Now they reckon this is good out to about 500 to 600 yards. I haven't had a chance to test that, obviously with it being on an air rifle. It's a little bit difficult, but it's currently set up in meters, and I'm pretty certain if we press this button here, no, still in meters. Restart. Okay, so what we've done here is obviously we've brought the unit to the range. Now we know for a fact what distance these targets are out at, and as you can see, we've just moved into yards. You might be able to see my finger here, and we know for a fact that that rabbit is, or that squirrel that you can see there, is 27 yards. Now if we move it up just to the left slightly and go out to the 35, I believe it's the squirrel, isn't it? There we go, the squidger at 35 yards. As you can see here, within sort of, there we go, when we finally get it on, it's about 34, 35 yards. So for argument's sake, this is as accurate really as you're going to need. And obviously, because it's slightly off to one side, one of my first initial thoughts was, is it going to be pointing where the crosshairs are going, or is it going to be going slightly further out to the side? But as you can see, when we do move it around, it does automatically kind of update itself as to where it's actually pointing, which I really quite like. Now you can swap between yards and meters, and as I say, you can actually kind of set it either so it's pinged on, or as you can see we've reset it there, and it will constantly update now. It's one of those things that this is going to prove absolutely invaluable, and as we're witnessing here, putting it against ranged targets, it's pretty much spot on. I'm quite impressed with this actually. And yeah, as you can see, digital display as well is absolutely brilliant. You do have your power indicator at the top there that I'm just trying to blot out my finger. And it also tells you inclination as well, so it'll tell you how far up the gun's pointing or how far down the gun's pointing. all things that in the grand scheme of things, when you're doing your range finding maths, is exactly kind of what you need really. So yeah, as I say, really, really impressed with it. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. Now, as you can see, it does add a little bit of bulk onto the side, but it's really low profile. And to have the ability to constantly have an updating system there in front of you to tell you how far away your target is, I think it's going to be invaluable. We've all been there. I mean, it's a huge problem when you first start shooting with night sight, well, any night vision stuff, really. Things do look 2D. And it's quite difficult to work out, is it too far, is it too close, you know, in comparison to zeros. So, you know, we've all been there, I've pulled the trigger and the shot's sailed over the top or it's gone below because, you know, 9 times out of 10 at night, things do appear a little bit further away than what they actually are, when in comparison it's closer. So you pull your first shot and you watch the pellets sail over the top. Now, obviously, with this night vision system and, you know, the addition of the rangefinder, that should limit those times and make it more effective when you're out shooting. Now, price-wise, yeah, they are a little bit steep. You know, they are expensive, but you pay for what you get. You can't get a decent quality system without paying for it. Everybody wants the bargain, you know, the 60 quid system that's homemade, that kind of works, but doesn't. You know, that's great. Buy once, buy right. That's how I've been brought up, and, you know, so far, touch wood, it's worked perfectly. So that is why I would choose this system over anything else. Very, very easy to use. Obviously, the battery life, we have got loads of battery life out of this. I've used it for a month now, and it's still, you know, you all saw the screen there, it's still absolutely fine. So it's one of those things, absolutely brilliant. All that's really left for me to say is, obviously, if you've got any more information or you want any questions or anything answered, feel free to post it in the comments box below. I will get back to each and every single one of you as quick as I can. And obviously a huge, massive thank you to NiteSite as well for sending the equipment down for us to test. And we were given free rein, box turned up with all the equipment, off I went, and I've taken it to work. We've had it up the farm, we've had it at the club, as you can see tonight. And yeah, we haven't had any issues. The equipment just hasn't skipped a beat. So I'll put links in the descriptions to their website and also where you can pick this stuff up from, because in my eyes, this is a game changer. There's not many products that come out. A lot of it's just rebranded versions of other bits and this, that, the other. But, you know, these two units here are brand new to the market and they both have worked superbly. Now, we have got a review for the R-Tech already that you can probably see just on the corner there. So feel free to go and check that one out as well. These two systems combined, and obviously with my wolf that you can see me behind as well, have been absolutely brilliant. The amount of pigeons that I've shot this month has been unreal. Rabbits, well, rabbits are rabbits, they run off quicker. Pigeons just sit on the rafters and wait for you to blow them off. But yeah, we will have plenty more videos coming up with these two bits of equipment here, and hopefully, you know, the NiteSite stuff, if people want to see the pest control, we will show it. Obviously, I'm quite conscious that we started out doing replica guns and this, that, the other. But as things evolve, people always ask me about the pest control side of things, so maybe that's something that we'll venture in. But we'll see what happens. If we keep hold of the NiteSite stuff, that will be sure to feature on this channel plenty more. So as I say, any questions, put them in the box below. If you've liked what you've seen, feel free to subscribe as well. We are over on Facebook and Twitter. Twitter, I've no idea what I'm doing on there. Facebook, we do put posts up of shoots and bits and pieces. So if you want to follow us again, just type in Replica Reviews over on Facebook and we'll pop back straight up. So thank you very much for watching another one of our videos, guys, and happy shooting.